NFC playoff picture. Now take a look at the AFC. Three teams can clinch their divisions this week. The Patriots will win the AFC East with a win over Miami. The Broncos will win the West again if they beat the Chargers. And the Colts can clinch the South with a win against the Texans. As for the wild card teams, 6 teams are within a game right now of the Steelers and the Chargers. And one of those teams, the Kansas City Chiefs. And we're joined now on NFL Live by Chiefs quarterback Alex Smith, joining us on behalf of Vizio's Show Us How You Fiesta contest. Visit Vizio.com/Fiesta Bowl. Alex, not going to lie to you, not much to fiesta about right now in Kansas City. 3-game losing streak.
No.
What isn't working?
Yeah, you're right. First off, just very, very cool to be here with Vizio, giving away a chance to win a trip to the 2014 Vizio Fiesta Bowl. You can check it out online, like you said. But, yeah, on a 3-game skid here, got to figure a way to get it turned around. And I think the great thing is looking at, especially the last couple of weeks, certainly I think it's fixable. It's curable. I mean, the turnovers, the penalties, those are things that I think can be fixed and need to be if we're going to get this thing right.
Listen, I'm not telling you anything you don't know or anything you haven't heard already, but it has now been a full year, 16 games that you have last thrown a touchdown pass to a wide receiver. And as far as we can tell, that's the longest in the last 35 years in the NFL. What's been the problem?
Yeah, you know what? I've been asked this question a lot, and deservedly so. But for us, I mean, obviously, we got a selfless group. We got a group that's concerned more about scoring points in general and winning games than who's scoring them. And as a quarterback, I mean, when I'm dropping back, I mean, that's the deal. I'm trying to throw to the open guy, and I'm trying to go where the defense takes me, and it's not something you think about. Certainly get asked about it a lot, but for us, just looking to score touchdowns and win games.
All right, well, I have a former quarterback here with me, Mark Purnell, who wants to ask you a question about the art of the position here. Alex, I've been in your situation before where, for whatever reason, you're having a tough time getting the ball to your receivers. Listen, it happens, and there are reasons for that. Now, that position is filled with a lot of, let's just say, personality. And my question to you, Alex, is how is your relationship with Dwayne Bowe, the other receivers? I know you're putting a lot of time into getting this right.
Yeah.
How, are you guys working well together? I know guys can get pretty fired up when they're not getting the ball and they're not scoring.
Yeah, you said it. You know what? I can't say enough with the entire group, but especially Dwayne, on how he kind of starts that and how selfless those guys have been. To have a group like that, to go out and play hard every single day, they don't complain, they don't come to me. You know what? They play hard, they do their job, and they're more concerned about us winning than themselves. And it's refreshing to be around. It's certainly unique and rare in this league. And I think it kind of speaks to the kind of character we got in our locker room.
Well, I'm sure that you'd like to throw one so you just get the rest of us to shut up and stop talking about it. And we'll see, hopefully, if that happens this coming week. As we said, you lost the game to the Cardinals, but one thing that was really great about that is the Arizona Cardinals, from their head coach, Bruce Arians, to so many players, showing a ton of support for Chiefs safety Eric Berry as he begins his battle with Hodgkin's lymphoma, wearing the Be Brave, Be Berry, Be Strong shirts. What did it mean for you guys as a team to see that show of support, not only from Arizona, but the previous week as well?
Yeah, it was very cool to see. Very cool to go out there in warm-ups and see those guys running around with the EB shirts on. It's a hard situation. He's an amazing person. He's such a big leader for us on this team, and really puts things in perspective to see what he's going through, and a big fight on his hands. And we're all pulling for him, and it's great to see the entire NFL, as players and coaches in general, kind of coming together and trying to be there and support him through this.
The best news we got from the diagnosis on Monday was the fact that the doctors say it's very treatable and potentially curable. That's what we're all pulling for. So please pass along our thoughts and prayers as well to Eric as he begins this process with his new fight. It's an interesting time for your old team, the 49ers, and what they're going through now at their quarterback situation with Colin Kaepernick and his struggles. You had your struggles early in your career before you became a viable starter. How hard is it as a quarterback, essentially, to sort of reinvent yourself with the position and the public perception of you?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, I think the biggest thing I learned as a young player is kind of controlling what you worry about. And there's so many things that are outside of your control. And if you're worrying about them, especially in the middle of the season, it's only detracting from your play. And I think it's narrowing that focus. It's preparing yourself for a game on Sunday. And listen, every single Sunday is a new test. These are all unique matchups, scheme and personnel-wise, and they're constantly changing. So it's a week-to-week deal, and I think you learn that pretty quick. But certainly, I think you devote your focus and energy to what you can control, and that's preparing yourself to go out and play well.
Part of what you're talking about, you sort of told a bunch of people this past spring when you received an honorary doctorate from your alma mater, University of Utah, and gave the commencement speech. And you dropped a lot of pearls of wisdom in that speech. We cut up this clip, and let's listen to what you had to say.
I was young, and I let my insecurities and own self-doubt get the best of me. I worried about others' approval. The result was I was stressed, I was exhausted, and I was full of anxiety. And most importantly, I was completely unproductive. My first prescription: we are not running for most popular. Instead, I encourage you all to run for most respected.
That's pretty good there, Dr. Smith.
Yeah, thank you.
You don't seem thrilled that we played that for some reason.
No, I don't know where you found that. That was a very cool opportunity and a chance for me to kind of reflect on my 10 years in the NFL so far, on some of the things that I learned and that I had to deal with, and that was me trying to be very honest with all of them. Those were things that I really did go through, and it's something that I do believe in.
Well, honestly, we watched the whole speech. It was pretty impressive, and you earned that doctorate, my friend. So congratulations, best of luck. Thanks for joining us with Vizio via Fiesta Bowl. We'll look for the sponsorship online, and the best of luck this week, and hopefully turn around that losing streak, okay?
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Alex Smith with us at the Kansas City Chiefs. When we continue.